We've been planning for family camping trip in a couple of weeks out at our campsite. And I had this really great idea that I would put some trail cams out, capture some critters as they ran across. When my grandkids got here, we would cut some soda bottles, the big liter kind, the tops and the bottoms off, kind of put them around some footprints, animal tracks, and pour some plaster of Paris in there and let the kids take home some animal tracks as a souvenir. Now, I put the trail cams up about 5 feet, thinking it was safe. We flood at 13 feet, but, you know, at 8 feet over my head there, 5 feet over my head, that would be an 18-foot flood we could take. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. It's dry now. Then we got some terrible storms in the Chicago area and upstate Illinois that drained into the Illinois River over the weekend. So yesterday, the flood stage jumped to 11 something. It's on its way to the 13, which is the magic mark, which doesn't bother me too much because, that gives me another 5 foot above that flood stage. But the prediction this morning was that it's going to hit 18 feet, which means it's going to hit my trail cams. I'm going to try to put some boots on and get as close as I can and take down those trail cameras. And we'll see how it goes. I'm stopping past my brother's wood shop. If you're going to do something ill-advised, it's often good to have a partner to go with you, just in case it turns out like it could. Come in here.
Hey, Uncle Rob.
Hello.
You want to be dead?
No,
I'm taping.
Uncle Rob's taping.
Oh, okay. I tried to call you and I couldn't get you.
Yeah, I just...
Okay, the river is at 13.2 right now.
Yeah.
It's predicted to go to 17.9. And I've got 2 trail cams out there. So I'm going to go on a rescue mission. You want to come?
Yes.
Looks like we got just a good timing on this. Water's just coming up.
How high do you want?
That's probably good. Oh, that's at least over 6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you pull it tight there?
That'll actually work. Over your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me try this. So both of these are up now where it's going to take a pretty substantial flood, to get up to them. They're over our heads. So if it's at 13.8, almost 14 now, and we're 6 foot, that'd be, you have a 20 foot there, and it's not going to go that high. We got here just at the right time.
1 week later.
I'm in Bay City, Michigan, next to the Saginaw River that empties into Saginaw Bay. And I guess the best plans of mice and men don't always work out well, because the last time you saw me, we were putting up the trail cams higher than the highest possible flood, but not really. I'm thinking they're probably flooded out. We'll look at that in a future week. But and things haven't gone that well. The Illinois River's flooded over my trail cams. I can't get to them. I'm down here in up here in Bay City. And Sue is in the hospital recovering from her surgery. I'm standing in front of the USS Edson, retired battleship. I was someplace this week where I I saw a ashtray for cigarettes. You don't see it. It was just sitting on a desk, just small, about so big around, kind of glass bottom, real kind of pretty, delicate, and you just don't see ashtrays anymore. People don't smoke in public. People don't smoke in enclosed places. People just never see ashtrays. But when I saw it, it reminded me of my mom. My mom had a big collection of ashtrays that looked just like that ashtray. We're in downtown Bay City, Michigan, and would you believe it? I found an actual planetarium here. This is right down my alley. And up and down all the streets, there are outside vendors for everything. Well, I just said when we were at the battleship that Mom had that Mom had a lot of ashtrays. Now the irony is, Mom didn't. She didn't smoke. Not only did she not smoke, she didn't like smoking. She was a very conservative person. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink. She didn't use drugs. She didn't wear jewelry. She didn't have a lot of makeup. She let her hair grow long and then put it in a bun. She didn't wear guys' clothes, like jeans and stuff. She only wore ladies' clothes and dresses and stuff like that. Just very conservative, and yet she had a collection of ashtrays in her house. Now, why would an ashtray remind me of Mom when Mom never smoked? Found a really interesting mural to kind of share with us today. And why was it Mom had ashtrays and didn't smoke? Because we had friends, we had relatives, we had family that smoked. And Mom didn't want them to be uncomfortable. She wanted to be hospitable. So she had a whole stack of ashtrays, and whenever we had company out, she'd always put them out. And she wouldn't complain even though she wasn't a smoker. You see, she was an unusual type of witness, a Christian witness. That is, she was very comfortable with her faith. She never hid it. She wasn't embarrassed or anything like that. She always she would pray for people and ask them how they were doing. And she would live her convictions, which were very evident, but she would never put down anybody else for their views. So it didn't matter how rowdy a person was, they would come past and she would be hospitable to them, and not fake hospitable, and not trying to earn another notch on her witnessing belt, but just real who she was. And so I grew up seeing people just comfortable with coming and pouring out all their problems with her. Mom had a terminal disease, and as she got older, she became more and more restricted. First, just kind of weak and not able, kind of ill health. Then she went blind. Then she went to a wheelchair. And then she went to a hospital bed and was bedfast for a while. But all the time, she was hospitable. And people would come over to talk to her by the hour and share their problems and just unload, and even things that are they felt really guilty about, because they knew she wasn't going to put them down, but she would pray for them. And so she became kind of I guess today we would call them a prayer warrior. And when she was in her hospital bed, we pulled up a chair next to the hospital bed. We kept the doors of the house unlocked all the time, because we just got, people would come in and go to her room and sit down by her bed and just share with her. And I remember as a kid growing up, I would sometimes walk past and see people in there, and I would think, now what's wrong with this picture? This person came in off the street, they shared their problems with Mom, and then she prayed with them, but she was an invalid. When I see a lot of Christians today, I see Christians that tend to be, some of them really aggressive with those that are having a hard time, really aggressive with those that are sinning. I see other Christians that are kind of afraid of who they are and kind of afraid of being in their skin. And so they either back off and don't talk to those that are and really need their witness, or else they come across really harsh. I think it was St. Francis of Assisi that was accredited with the phrase, witness for Christ every day, and if necessary, use words. That would be good advice for us. This is the point in the video where I usually say, we're halfway through another week, although I was gone this past week up here in Michigan, and I usually say I'm looking forward to us worshiping together again, and I think I'm going to be there Sunday. Depends on how long it takes Sue to get out of the hospital. We're going straight from here over to see her, but in the meantime, as I always do, I'm going to say, may God bless you, and may God give you the ability to be comfortable with sharing your faith without judgmental and aggressive with those that so need to hear the good news. From Bay City, Michigan, may God bless you.